Maybe, in my last video, I may have said a thing or two that may have triggered some of the kids. Maybe. I may have come across like I absolutely cannot stand the sight of these abominations that I may find to be an insult to life itself. And I just wanted to clear the air. The truth is that I think SD Gundams and Gundam Breaker 4 are actually one of the best parts of the game.
Finish him!
I mean, they're just so much fun to fight against.
Get over here!
Watching some of them run for their lives is extremely amusing and therapeutic in a way.
Fatality!
Instead of rolling my eyes whenever I see a giant SD Gundam with a really dumb mustache, or wondering if I had accidentally bought a Zoids game instead of a Gundam game when I see an SD T-Rex, or thinking I'd rather play Horizon if I want to fight against a giant robot T-Rex, I can at least know that it won't be alive for long after it spawns onto the stage. By the way, this is all in the game, so it's not like I'm going out of my way to take these guys out. Really, it's not my fault. Hate the game, not the player. Blame the developers for forcing us to take these things out. They want us to take out all of these Tau clones. They must all be sacrificed in order for us to advance in the story campaign. The best thing that we can do is show them some mercy by taking them out as quickly as possible, and then hope we never have to see them again. So I hope this clears the air and shows that I don't completely revile these things' very existence. Although, to be real with you, I'd still trade all of these super deformed hobbits for some mobile suits that can actually transform into flight mode. Alright, here, I recorded an apology video to further clear the air.
I would let myself be consumed by maggots before mocking the family name and making you heir to Casterly Rock. Why? Why? You ask that? You who killed your mother to come into the world? You are an ill-made, spiteful little creature, full of envy, lust, and low cunning. Men's laws give you the right to bear my name and display my colours, since I cannot prove that you are not mine.
Oops, wrong video. Wonder how that got in there. Alright, in all seriousness, I do have to say that SD Battle Alliance does have better level design than Gundam Breaker 4. So, there you go, SD fans. That's one of the few compliments I'll give to the little Gundam hobbits. That may not be saying much though, since Gundam Breaker 4 basically has no level design. But at least SD Battle Alliance lets you move around the map, and that's even taking into account all the invisible walls it has. In Gundam Breaker 4, dodging attacks can be a little tricky sometimes when you accidentally hit an invisible wall on the small maps. This mostly happened to me when fighting against the big bosses. Some other players have told me that it sort of defeats the purpose of making a build focus on speed, since the maps are so small. So, as much fun as I do have with Gundam Breaker 4, I do wish that they would have borrowed the level design ideas from SD Battle Alliance. They're not all that much bigger, but they still let you explore and move around a bit. Combat-wise, they're not all that different. Can't believe I have to say that SD Battle Alliance is actually one of the better Gundam games we've had in recent years that doesn't have the word versus somewhere in the title. Almost like we really are living in the darkest timeline. Honestly, if Battle Alliance lost the SD part and had the more iconic Gundam aesthetic, I think it could have been more popular and could have gone down as being a classic. You can call players shallow for not liking the SD look, but looks do matter to a certain point in video games. And not every Gundam fan likes the SD look. And it's not just with Battle Alliance, there are other Gundam games that can be objectively considered some of the best Gundam games ever made. But because they have the SD aesthetic, they never got as much attention as they could have. This is not me hating on those games. By all means, if you enjoyed them, then consider yourself lucky because good Gundam games are hard to come by. But also don't criticize someone for not liking the games because of the overall look. They most likely are used to the overall look from the anime and they were expecting more of that, not some Gundam hobbits with blinking cartoon human eyes. And some players are hesitant about buying SD games because it will very likely send the wrong message to Bandai. They will misinterpret it as the fanbase wanting more SD, when that's not really the case. Some of the fanbase may want more, but not everyone. This is where I think Gundam Breaker has the right idea. Yes, it has SDs in the game, but you don't have to play as them. The parts are there if you want them, but if you don't have to look at them, or acknowledge that they exist. Look, if you happen to like SD, that's fine, but also try to remember that it's okay if we don't like the same things. I've tried to write these jokes in a more playful way rather than in an aggressive pre-teen edgy manner. I can be very sarcastic and have a really dry sense of humor, sometimes dark, but I will never do edgy. Edgy humor is cheap, lazy, and unimaginative to me. Leave that stuff to some annoying 12-year-old who just discovered what a certain vulgar word means. In my more recent videos, I've been trying to add some humor to go along with the channel. Sarcasm and dry humor doesn't land with everyone, so I just want to say thank you to everyone who picked up on it. There may be some things that you like that I don't, and vice versa, and that's okay. No piece of media should ever be treated like some holy religion, no matter how much we like them. Someone not liking the same thing as you doesn't prevent you from still enjoying whatever that is. And just know that if I do make fun of something, I will only do so in a fun, creative way, and not in some, this piece of media is trash and anyone who likes it is trash kind of way. Except for Taylor Swift. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. I'm not messing with them Swifties.